Hi, everybody. So remember, if a woman can't find you handy, she can at least find you handsome. That said, how is everybody doing out there? I came up here and started on the project again. Once Ben Combs' stream with Bent Tom concluded, I came up here, got dressed into my crappy baggy clothes, and yes, this is 5 times on me. Yeah. So anyways, so I've started the first sandback. Yes, that's right, first sandback, because you can't always get everything in one sandback, especially when you're using hand tools. If you readily had your drum sander, floor drum sander, sorry, if you had that around, you could probably run it over everything once and be done and over with it. So I've done one good final sanding, or sorry, first sanding, which was of the remainder, probably 2/3 of the floor, which when I show you how it looks, you'll be able to see it a bit. And again, that's why you have to, in a lot of instances, do more than one sand, no matter whether it's a guitar, bass, amp cabinet, guitar speaker cabinet, floor, any type of wood surface. It's always good to do a rough sand of it and then a finalized sand. But in this instance, I will be doing 80 grit sanding both instances because that's all it really needs at this point in time. So currently it is 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as I'm recording this and going to be posting it up to my YouTube channel. So let's see. I can't flip the camera around. What the freak? All right, then. Well, let's use the back camera then. So you can kind of get an idea. This is the far corner, and I've blown everything into it, as well as there's the towel from the vent that I blocked. So as we get closer into the corner, you can get a better detail of things where, again, like I said, a secondary sand is necessary. This is actually wet. Like, that says a lot. That all this time I've had too much tongue oil on the floor in spots. So I've actually boo-booed it. And yeah, you can see as I rub it here. You can see the bits on the tip of my finger here. Well, it's gone now, but so anyways, that's the one section. Now if I go over to here, this is where I just did. And you can see there's a lot less damper spots. So, and again, as I pan over towards the light here, you can actually see where there's a lot of dark spots. So luckily enough, I'm down to 14 circular pieces of the I think it's the Finnish made Devil or Diablo sandpaper. And again, like I said, you can see here where in the grain, where it's still kind of dry and semi-tacky, which was building up on the sanding discs. Whereas you look over here, and you can see where there's a lot less more wetness to it. And there is actually what built up on the pads and came off. So yeah, sorry about the camera flipping around there a bit awkwardly, but so yeah, at the end of the day, it's been a bit of a waste that I've wasted half of a gallon on the tung oil. But at the same time, when you do look at the floor, even after sanding it back, I'm actually kind of pseudo using it as a grain filler, and that's actually going to make it that the floor is going to be a lot more smoother when I do finish the 1 or 2 layers. As it is, I'm hoping for 2 coats of the Salmon Legend in black, and if there's enough, maybe a third. And if it actually looks like it needs more, I'm going to probably go get some regular Legend clear and go over top of it again. But again, the goal is to build up enough layers, and the center section where I was actually doing the last bit of sanding there before I stopped, it wasn't tacky, which is what they say when tung oil dries up in a puddle and doesn't actually doesn't go anywhere. It just builds up into like a tacky kind of sorry about that. Builds up into a tacky like puddle. But this whole middle section, last section that I was doing, it was so thick and built up. I was sticking to it like normally you talk about these floors and being very slippery when you built up the surface on them. After the thickness that I had built up in the center of this floor, it actually was not tacky, but it was sticky, like bare feet. With my really good super grippy shoes, even with the old dead slippers that I've been wearing while doing the sanding and whatnot, everything stuck on that surface and it didn't feel slippery. So probably unless you put some type of wax on it or something, then it would probably get slippery. Anyways, that's my current update. From now 20 to 3 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time, I will be now finally having a shower to relax and get something to eat, and probably then just veg for a couple hours and then go pass out. So again, hope everyone has been well out there, and hope yous are all having a good time in life. And again, by the way, for the people that keep thumbing down my videos, it doesn't do anything. All you're doing is actually feeding me into YouTube. You want to actually do something that affects my videos? Don't thumb them down, period. I won't get into the YouTube friggin' algorithm then. Stupid trolls. Anyways, take care, folks. Bye for now.